Right now, there's a guy. He's 27 years old.
Okay.
Let's say he went to school, didn't finish. He right now has a part-time job making about $25,000 a year, and he doesn't really have much drive in life. What is the first step that you're going to tell that man to do?
Nothing. Nothing. Why does he not have drive in his life? You find somebody that's bitter. Why is somebody bitter? You're not part of a community and you're not creating anything new. The moment you no longer create something of value to the world, you become bitter. Who's typically bitter?
Old man.
Old people. Why are they bitter? Because they're no longer contributing. You got to figure out a way to get them to contribute, to feel like I am still needed in society. The world still needs me. About this 27-year-old kid making 25 grand a year, part-time job, and has no drive. He's bored out of his mind. You either need an enemy, you need a vision, you need somebody to tell you can't do something. You need to put yourself in a position where somebody slaps you around that pisses you off and you wake up and you're like, wait a minute, what did you say?
Yeah.
I'm going to go out there and go to war and show you that I'm going to do something big with my life. But that 25-year-old is bored out of their minds. And quite frankly, many times there's nothing you can do about it. It has to come internal. Look, life is a test. You're being tested right now. I don't know how you're being tested right now, but somehow you're being tested. Could be personal life, could be family, could be finance, could be ego, could be desires, could be a vice. No one knows, but you're being tested. I'm being tested. She's being tested. He's being tested. There's not a person right now that's not being tested, right? Some of us don't pass the test. Who controls that? You do. I'm telling you, I didn't have any fire. I didn't have any fire. One day, I'm at UCLA Medical Center in LA. My dad has a heart attack. You've heard me tell this story before. My dad has a heart attack. And you know, my dad is like my dad's. At this time, I'm partying 5-6 days a week. I'm in Vegas every other weekend. So I go to the hospital and I see him. And I see him laying in bed and the nurse, he's calling the nurse, not showing up. The nurse gave him a little bit of an attitude, and that's when I lost it. I'm calling out the nurse, just acting fully irresponsible at the hospital. My dad is panicking. Patrick, please calm down, please calm down. And he just had a heart attack. Just foolish, absolutely. There's nothing about my behavior that was acceptable, except the fact that I wanted my dad to get better service, right? So eventually they kicked me out. I get kicked out of the hospital. I can't go visit my dad. They kicked me out of the hospital. And, you know, I get in my car, Ford Focus, and I sit there and I cry for 30 straight minutes, okay? The next day, I told my friends, never ever call me again to go to clubs. Pat, come on, man, what are you talking about? I said, don't ever call me again. I'm not going. You're not gonna see me at the clubs anymore. I'm not gonna party with you. I'm not gonna go to clubs with you. Pat, you're out of your mind. There's no way in the world. You can stop. We all know who you are, because I was great at the party inside. You will never stop. I said, okay, I'm just telling you, don't call me anymore. So they started calling me. 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months. Guess what happened? Never went to the clubs ever again. That night, decision was made. The old Pat died. I killed the old Pat. Give you another part of the story here. One day, I'm sitting there. I'm like, why do I drink? I don't know why I'm drinking. Done with alcohol. I dropped alcohol and I stopped drinking. Now, this is coming from a guy that every weekend in the Army, I would drink 2 bottles of tequila. To all of a sudden saying, dude, I'm done. And to me saying, no sex for 17 months until I make my money. I made some drastic decisions. Who can't do that? They can do that. You control the choice. See, the reason why capitalism is a beautiful thing is because of 4 things. You have the freedom to buy whatever you want to buy, that's legal. You have the freedom to sell whatever you want to sell, that's legal. You have the freedom to try whatever you want. You don't want to do real estate? Try insurance. You don't want to do insurance? Try digital marketing. You don't want to go try YouTube. You can try anything you want. But you know what the last one is? The freedom to fail. We don't give enough credit to this. The reason why certain people in the world are respected and admired at the level that they are is because so many people fail. Because when the pressure hits, most people leave the arena. We all root for the people in the arena and we criticize them. What we don't recognize is the fact that whoever is in the arena getting their asses handed to them, at least they had the courage to get in the arena. They're not fans on the outside. They're in the arena fighting. Those are the people we admire. So these young guys that you're talking about, Pat, you know, a lot of people don't have the drive. I wish you knew me in my early 20s. You would have had more confidence in people being able to ship, because I had to choose. One thing happened, next thing, I'm a whole different person.